Welcome back to Budget Beauty. This is Budget Beauty's Buying and Trying, and we are trying makeup that we bought in a recent beauty haul. I am Lindsay Beatty. I'm the creative force and the face behind Budget Beauty. And yes, I am wearing yellow again. It just so happens that I'm wearing yellow again. That I got a bunch of yellow items recently in a haul from Old Navy. So I was like, ooh, I'll just wear yellow again. I'm going to wear yellow again. I know people are going to be like, but you wore yellow in the last set of videos. I did. I know I did. But I actually really like this yellow top. It's a boat neck top that I got in the last haul. And I got a couple of them in a few different colors. And so I was like, oh, I'll just wear this one. So that's what this is. It's Old Navy. So it's a cute little top, and it's going to go very well with a couple of things. I have some yellow shorts on that go with it, so it's going to be fantastic. Really looking forward to wearing this with a couple of things. So with that in mind, and the reason why I did that is because I am in fact going to be trying some gold eyeshadow in this buying and trying. So that's why I was like, well, we might as well go ahead and wear yellow because you're gonna be trying out eyeshadow that lends itself to this color. So let's get started. So in the last beauty haul, it was a very small haul, and so I was like, well, I literally bought a full face, what I would consider like a full face of makeup from Walgreens. I just happened to go into Walgreens. I was like, oh, let me go over to the makeup section and see what they have. And so that is what I did. And I wound up buying a couple of things, and like pulling a few little things out of my kit that I have not used recently, that I may have used once or twice, to go with it. So as usual, I will be marking a new product alert as we go. So let's get started. So for the eye primer here, we're going to be using an old standby. This is not a new product. It's something we've used all the time, and I love it. So this is the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. I know the lighting's weird there, but this is the regular original formula. This is not the anti-aging. I have not bought any more of the anti-aging. I did like it though. It was fine. It worked just like the original. It's almost time to buy more of this, but I have other eyeshadow primers, so I'm not really jumped up about it. I love this eyeshadow primer, but it is extremely expensive. It is not cheap. I learned that the hard way by buying it. I bought several tubes at once and spent a lot of money for eyeshadow primer. Now, that said, it is fantastic. If there were any type of, for me, life-changing makeup, a life-changing part of my makeup routine, it would be the discovery of eyeshadow primer for me, because eyeshadow was one of the things that I wore a lot, but I could never figure out why my eyeshadow would not last. And I'm like, why is it not lasting? First of all, buy decent eyeshadow just to start, but then I'm like, okay, all right, fine. So we buying decent eyeshadow. Somebody need to explain to me why the decent eyeshadow is not lasting. And it wasn't until, I was like grown, like maybe 2-3 years ago, that it was like, hey, whenever you wear eyeshadow, you need to wear some type of primer underneath. That would help. And I was like, I did not know that. I did not know that whatsoever. I had never even thought about the concept of primer. And didn't know about like face primer and all of that either. Did not know about that whatsoever. No clue. Because the person that I learned to wear makeup from didn't use primer. Because they didn't wear eyeshadow and they didn't wear uh, face makeup. They didn't wear foundation. So they didn't need to use primer. Um, did not wear lip primer either. So, and now I very seldom wear lip primer. I may wear it today just because I'm wearing lip gloss. We're going to be using lip gloss to do. But I I very seldom wear lip primer, but that was also a thing. I was like, wait, they make lipstick primer? What? I was like, oh, word? I had no idea. So, there's that. Um, Now for the face primer, we're going to use some more of this Essence Bouncy Plump Smoothing Primer. I like this. It's good. I should also take off my nose ring. Um, but I really do like this. This is pretty good. Um, I get good results from it. Um, Also smells nice. Like I said, it reminds me of something I smelled in the 90s. I still ain't figured out what. I have not figured that out yet. But I will one day. It'll probably come to me and I'll be like, "Oh, that's the thing. That is the thing." Like randomly. It was probably something from Bath and Body Works, probably. Actually, yeah, maybe that or like some hair grease or something that I used. Because I did use some hair grease, so maybe it was that. Um, I did put on a lot here on my hands. That is a very large application of face primer, but a lot of the time I don't put it on enough, and so I'll end up having to put on more anyway. Um, but I really do like that Essence primer. Okay. All right. So I had a little time today, and I was like, well, we'll go ahead and do, um, we'll go ahead and do buying and trying today. I do not have any plans to buy any makeup for quite a while. I have been taking note of new things, and so um, I have been I've been keeping an eye out for new releases of things. ColourPop has some new jelly, crystal jelly eye sticks that are like very much like the She Glam ones that I use all the time. So I will be going to get those once they come out. You can't get them on like at Ulta just yet. They haven't been released to retailers just yet, but you can get it on TikTok Shop. So, but I am not. I'm gonna wait till it comes to Ulta. I do not fool around on TikTok. So, I TikTok's for young people, not us middle-aged folks. So, I am going to be on Ulta buying my stuff. While we're waiting for everything to dry, I'm also going to try to tame these eyebrows and prep these lashes a little bit. So yes, they have released some new things. So probably because they have something else that's coming to Ulta in June that I'm looking forward to. Um, it is another shade of their liquid blush, and I am very excited about that because I will use it. It is a pink that I looked at it, I scouted it ahead of time, and I was like, oh, okay, that pink looks like something I would definitely use. Immediately, I would use that. So, it does not come until June 2nd. So, I'm gonna do something with that. Okay. Managed to get that. I have hair right here in between my eyebrows. I have a little bit. It's not enough to make a unibrow, but if I left it alone, it would be. I also have a gray hair here in my eyebrow. Y'all can't really see it. It looks like I'm just missing hair, but there it is right there where my fingernail is. I also have several gray eyelashes right now. Not from this eye primer or anything. It is literally just my eyelashes turning gray, which is kind of cool, but also what in the world? Um, but like I say, whenever I wear my natural hair out, I have gray across the front and in the sides. You can see it more when um I have it like straightened out and I have it loose. It is very obvious then that I have gray hair. But I do not have a head full of gray hair just yet. I have random weird strands. Okay. Lashes are prepped and eyebrows are prepped. Okay. So my face is basically dry and ready, and my eyes should be also. My eyes have done it faster than, will do it faster than my face. So yes, my eyes are ready. All right, so we're going to use a new eyeshadow. Now, it's going to look like an eyeshadow that I already have and that I've used on camera. And I'm like, this looks very similar, but there are way more colors in this, so maybe not. So, I'm trying to find it real quick. See if I can find it. Okay, so maybe not. Now, one of these shades in here is very, very much the same, but not all of them. Okay, so this is the new one. This is the Tin Pan Eye and Face Palette from Wet n Wild. I know my finger is covering the name, but that's what it is. And this one is Call Me Sunshine. Now, this one also looks very similar to this. It has a very similar color story minus this green in the center. This one is the 5-pan My Lucky Charm palette. So, yeah, there's one color in here that is very similar. So, this one on the end, this brown here, where my first finger is, and like this brown right here down at the bottom, very similar. So, maybe they just decided to put like light colors in this one, because this one is very much a brown and gold palette. So, trying to get this little tag off here, but this is new product alert. The Call Me Sunshine Wet n Wild palette. So, we're going to do a very nice gold look. Let's see what we can do. Okay. Put my tool down. Open her up. Yeah. So, the color story in this is really nice. I like this gold. That gold shimmer is gorgeous. That copper shimmer is gorgeous, like a copper gold. That's a copper bronze, a deeper copper, a deep brown, like a beige. This is a champagne up here, a brown. Like there are various shades of brown. This is almost a reddish, burgundy brown, if you will. And this is like more of a chocolate, like a cafe au lait brown. This is like a coffee brown with a ton of creamer in it. That's how I would describe that. So, and this is kind of like a sand up here. So I'm looking at this and I'm trying to think what I want to do with this yellow. I kind of want to do 2 shimmers. I don't really want to do a beige base. Note that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shimmers in here, and like 1, 2, 3, 4 mattes. So, and this says it's an eye and face palette. Now it don't tell me which ones. Let's go see. Before we attempt to put this on, which ones are supposed to be for your face and which ones for your eye. Because when they tell you that, they're telling you that for a reason. Most of the time. It said peel here, and I peeled there and then tore it. That didn't help me at all. That didn't help me at all. It said peel here, and then I tore it. Whoops. So I don't know. It's not telling me on here which ones are for face and which ones are for eye, but probably it's up underneath this part that I just tore a little bit too much off of. Well. I can probably tell you that the shimmer ones are not made for eye usage. Probably. Yeah, because see, I can't tell. It doesn't say on here what the which ones. So, that's fine. I'm pretty sure the shimmer ones are not supposed to be for your eye. They're really supposed to be highlight for your face. So, all right. So, let's go in with, I don't know. Let's pick one. Because I really want to try that gold. I want to try this gold up here. I'm trying to hold this up. This gold right here. This is a gold shimmer right here. So, I think I want to do that. But I also want to do a matte base. So let's do the matte base. We'll do the matte base first. So I'm taking this pan first as the matte base, and then we're going to go with the gold. See how she do. All right. Matte base. Take that off of there so we don't get like a ton of fallout. And no, I did not cut my crease. I have a yellow that I can cut my crease with. It is the shade Punch from ColourPop, but I don't really care to cut my crease right now. I did a pretty good job of outlining exactly where I want to be with this powder. So, very excited to here at Lay Budget Beauty, Chateau Budget Beauty. We just got a brand new kitchen sink, and we got a brand new bathroom sink. And so, may actually film in my bathroom for once. Once I do my takedown, because I would like to do a takedown routine video. So, I kind of want to do that one day when I do my lazy skincare, and then film when I do a full face, what I'm using to do both things. So maybe I might film in the bathroom. We'll see. But very excited because we got a new sink in both places. Very excited. It's a very nice sink too. It looks like a hotel sink. That bathroom one looks like a hotel sink. Kitchen one is really nice too. I was unprepared for how tall the faucet is, so I was like, crap. The thing that I have over here that sits over my sink is I can't have it over the sink now because it's too tall. All right, so as y'all can see, that beige is on. The beige is nice. I like the beige. That is a really nice beige base. So, all right, so let's go in with the shimmer gold. So I'm using another part of the tool to do the shimmer gold. Okay. I don't know if y'all can see. I'm trying to get in closer. But the shimmer gold is nice. This might be great as a topper. This might be great as a topper. Because it's not too strong of a shimmer. It's a shimmer, but it's not a super strong shimmer. Y'all know sometimes these shimmers be just loud. Like you just be like, God, that's a lot of. I mean, yeah, I want shimmer, but that's a lot. So this is not bad though. I like that it's not as strong. Yeah, I would use this maybe as a topper, a nice subtle topper to do my shimmer. Because I mean, you can't really tell on camera that there's a ton of difference. I can up close that there's a ton of difference between the the matte and the shimmer that I put on here. So yeah, it's very very subtle. As you can see now, you can kind of sort of see it on this eye when I put it on. But the end result is a nice subtle shimmer. Huh. Okay. Nice. And what I like about these is the it does not get everywhere. It stays fairly in place where I need it to, and um when I go to take it off at night, it does not get everywhere. So that's good. Very nice. I like that. That is very nice. Like I say, I got a little fallout just because I kind of got it everywhere, but get it off my eye. But yeah, that is really nice. I'm curious about this other one that's over here. This would be really nice to do like a nice, subtle evening gold look, and it actually goes with this shirt, even though the shirt is not gold. The shirt is yellow. It's like a pale yellow. But let's see if I put this on top. What happens? Same, more of the same. Okay, I was using some of this other champagne gold right here, and I get pretty much the same. It's a little bit more intense, but not a whole lot. So, it's not bad though. I actually really like that. That looks really nice. When you add these together, it darkens it a little bit because this is a darker gold. Um, but this is really nice. It's a really nice effect. But like I say, y'all can't really see. I'm trying to get in close. You can't really see the shimmer on camera, but I promise you, it's very shimmery. In person. I also got some on my face right there, but it ain't gonna matter very shortly. But yeah, that was nice. That looks very nice, and I like that it goes with this shirt. Um, that's actually really pretty because I have a gold. I mean, I have several gold dresses, but I have a yellow dress that this is gonna go perfect with. Okay, Wet and Wild, I like this. I really do. That's pretty good. It's a nice, very nice, subtle look, and this was not expensive. It was $5.99. So yeah, I'm very pleased. All right, so eyeshadow done. So let's talk about mascara. Now, for the mascara primer, this is not a new product. We use this all the time. This is the Maybelline Sky High lash primer. It's nice. My lashes have been acting up earlier today. Pluck a few because it was like, what are we doing? Why is it sticking me in the eye? But I expect that from my lashes, so but the mascara that we're going to use is not something I've used a ton of, so we are going to use this again. use this mascara. I used it a couple of months ago. So, when I bought it. And then didn't use it again. And it wasn't that I disliked it or anything. I probably thought it was okay and then went on about my business. So that would be why we didn't use it again. Not that we disliked it, because if I disliked it, I would have thrown it away. Or stuck it in the kit where in the things with things that I don't use at all. Stuff that I bought and discovered after the fact that I didn't like it. Which is very few things, but I have some things that are like that in my kit. Okay. Alright. So, lashes are a little stubby on this side. A little bit. But that's okay. Okay. So, I like this because it's black color. Alright. Now, semi-new product alert, but not really a new product alert. This is the Essence I Love Extreme Volume Mascara. And it is in the shade black, I think. Might be just a blackest black. Black, I think. I don't know. But I know it's black. It's not like a color or anything. This is probably going to give me extreme volume, because the brush is a volume type brush. And generally that's how Essence brushes work. Thick like this, you're getting volume. Otherwise, if it's like skinny and short, stubby bristles, you're getting length. And probably false lash effect. Okay. Yep, I was right. That gave me volume. A little bit of length too, but volume. A lot of volume. Okay. Same thing on this eye. A lot of volume. It's not bad. I actually really like this. Okay. She cute. Okay. She cute. I like that. That is super cute. So, it took my lashes and made them count just a little bit and highlighted my already very large eyes. So, I got my big eyes from my mama. All right, so we've done the eyes. It's very, very nice. We'll come back and do some under eye later. Now that we've done primer, this is ready for face. So let's turn our attention to the face. We have a new product alert. It's kind of a new product. It's really a fixed product, as it's a fixer, where these are the ones I like to refer to as fixers. Ones where I bought a shade and I bought something and I bought the wrong shade and then I rebought it in the correct shade. So, yeah. So this is the She Glam Skinfluencer Full Coverage Foundation Balm in the shade Truffle. Okay. I already have this in the shade Earth. Earth is the wrong shade. Earth is entirely too light. So I went back. I finally got it on Amazon and got the right shade. And I was like, oh, thanks. Because I really needed that. I really did need that. So what I am thinking about doing here is, let's take, there's a spatula in here in the Danessa Myricks Balm, Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder. So I'm going to take the spatula and do this because, maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't do that. I'm looking at that and maybe that's not a great idea. I was thinking the spatula would be great to use there, but maybe not because I feel like that's going to dig a hole into that. And you really just want to take the top and do it. So, of course the spatula don't want to fit back down in the thing. Of course not. So, I think I'm not putting it in here correctly is the problem. Well, we're going to have you sit right there for a second. Alright, so trying to think what's a good way to put this on here without screwing up the thing. I guess my little flat brush. So this is the M107 foundation brush. And then I dropped it. Of course I did. And I can't reach it. That would be the best thing to put this foundation on with. Okay. Thankfully, I have another one that I can use. It's a Real Techniques brush. It's for eye products, but we're going to put it on this way. We're going to use it to put this on this way. Because I don't use this for eye. I don't put my eye products on this way. So now, as you can see, this is almost a perfect match. Almost. This is going to be perfect as far as foundation matching goes. Now, the concealer that we're going to use, I've already attempted it and figured it out, if you watched the beauty haul, that this foundation isn't, the foundation is fine, but the concealer is not. It is entirely too bright for me. I picked the wrong color. So, I am going to remedy that situation by fixing it, because I figured out what I needed to do to fix it real quick. Alright, so we've applied our foundation. This is a perfect match. I mean, I can barely tell where I put it, even though I'm sitting here putting this on my face. I can see it on camera that I'm putting it on my face. I know that I put it on my face. I'm going to grab my brush later because thankfully I don't need that brush right now, and I had something else, but that's super annoying. But yes, new product alert. Alright, so now foundation is on. Let's talk about this concealer real quick. This is the She Glam Poof Gone Full Coverage Concealer in the shade Golden. It is not the right color. However, it is in a squeeze. So what we're going to do is squeeze some out. Or actually, I'll put some. It does not want to come out of here either. I noted that. Okay, there we go. It did not want to come out. I'm going to do a thin line of it because I know this is the wrong color. You can tell almost immediately. Not the correct color. And it has an orange undertone to it. Yeah, but not correct. It's going to immediately be too bright. And I got makeup everywhere. Of course I did. Okay, so to fix this, I mix in a foundation or a concealer that is too dark for me. And the too dark one that is perfect for this is the Sephora Best Skin Ever Multi-Use Concealer. This is not a new product because we just bought it and we've used it before in a buying and trying. But this is the shade 25 Y yellow. Yes, yellow. It's yellow. However, this is too dark for me for a concealer. It is entirely too dark. So what we're going to do is mix it with this, and that works. Because see, it almost entirely takes up that color. So that helps. All right, now let's get the buffing her out. So in order to buff her out, we are going to use the Morph, this is the Morph M103 foundation brush. We're going to start buffing on the skin. I like how this buffs out. This is a very, very nice foundation balm. This is really nice. It buffs really nicely. And yes, this is the absolute correct shade for me. When I tell y'all Earth, the shade Earth was entirely too light. This is a perfect match. Now, maybe later it'll be like too dark or something, but that is a perfect match in terms of my skin right at this moment. Because I have to be very careful to buff everything. And make sure I hit every spot that I put concealer and foundation in. I always have to be very careful of that anyway, but especially right now because this is a perfect match. And we could very easily skip a section and forget to do it. And then it will look crazy later. I mean, that's perfect. It's so good I don't even really have to hit my neck because it's the same shade. So I didn't have to put any down there, and I didn't have to buff it out. Remember to actually buff that out. Now this is not, it says it's full coverage. I don't know about that. I don't think it's full coverage because it is, I can still see a few little spots up underneath, but maybe that's just me not putting on enough. So that is entirely possible. So we are going to put on a little bit more just to be on the safe side. But I mean, that's a perfect match. I actually kind of like putting it directly on this brush and doing this way. Because then I do get the full coverage benefit. Okay. Yeah, that's really nice. All right. That is a really, really, really nice beat. Thank you, She Glam. That is very good. Thank you for finally getting the correct shade for me in stock. Because this was not in stock. It was forever before it was in stock. Alright, so now we're going to buff out this concealer underneath the eye. As you can see, that is too bright. And it does not want to buff so correctly. brightened it. It certainly brightened it. That is not the problem. That is not the problem at all. This side over here is crazy looking. So what we're going to do is darken it. And like I say, if I use the Sephora one, I thought I had put enough on, but I didn't. If I put the Sephora one on, it'll darken it down. Okay. But we're going to brighten up under the eye, and I like that. That is nice up under the eye where it's brightened up under here. That's actually pretty nice. Because that's, what we're supposed to be doing in the first place. We're supposed to be brightening under the eye in the first place. That is the goal of that. Alright, so same thing is going to be a problem here. Provided that I don't do craziness. And I have gotten it everywhere anyway. I was trying not to get the concealer all in the wrong spot here, but I did. And this is noticeably brighter than what it should be. Okay. Darken her back down. Like I say, this is for a concealer. This is just a tad too dark on its own. As a color corrector, when you like me and screw up your color with concealer, it's perfect. Cause see, then I can brighten under the eye. And yes, my under eye looks crazy. I'm not used to this being this bright. Usually the whole point is to brighten under the eye, and generally you're supposed to be using a concealer that is 2 shades brighter than your foundation so that you achieve the under eye brightening part. Well, your girl does not. I try to do that, but my early concealers, I was picking a shade that's gonna conceal. So, matter of fact, I'm going to put a little bit down there to do something with that. Yeah, my early concealers were ones that were matching. So, match my skin tone, like the Juvia's Place. So, yeah, incorrect shade. If you're trying to brighten under your eye. Now, if that ain't what you're going for and you just want to conceal dark circles, if you do a plain match like that, it's gonna be fine. So yes, that is what that looks like. Now my over my eye looks a little weird because it looks reddish, like I forgot to fill in the skin up there because I'm not doing all the way up to my eyebrows. But that looks fine. Now, once I fix that looks okay. For me, this looks fine, and I'm okay with this. And I like the under eye brightening. But this is a perfect match in terms of the foundation. I mean, and this, matter of fact, I don't think I got another one that actually perfectly matches my skin like this. I may have some and I have to look to see, but this is an absolute perfect match. All right. Now, let's talk about blush. Liquid blush. I do have some liquid blush that I bought. I'm thinking, do I want to do liquid blush? How do I want to do liquid blush? Alright, so we're going to use the Juvia's Place. This is the Juvia's Place Blushed Liquid Blush in the shade Soft Tulip. I just opened this the other day. Um, and actually, you know what? We're not going to use this. We're going to use, I do have a cream and or liquid blush. New product alert. This is the Neutrogena um, liquid, not liquid blush, but cream, healthy skin cream blush. It's a blush stick. And this is in the shade Petal Pink. So I just bought this, and I'm excited to try it and see what it's going to do. So instead of directly applying this to my skin as I usually do, we're going to take a brush and do it that way. Matter of fact, I'm going to do it on the back of my hand. Oh, that's nice. And then we're going to diffuse her out and then do it that way. Yeah, that's nice. It's not really showing up on my skin, but all right. That's not really showing up, but all right. I can see it on the back of my hand. And it's really pretty. I got a little bit on the skin up here. So let's see what happens if I do. If I do like that. And I'm apply directly. What happens? Ah, there we go. Okay. That's nice, subtle blush. That's really nice and subtle. Okay. Okay. Trying to add it to that side too. It takes a minute to get this going, apparently. But once you get it going, it's really nice and subtle. It reminds me of the Rare Beauty liquid blush. Very nice, very subtle. That's real nice and real subtle. But it's really pretty. Okay. Very nice. See if I can pick it up a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Neutrogena, not bad. It's not bad at all. That's really pretty. It is a very nice, subtle little hint right here. A real nice little subtle hint right there. I'm okay with that. All right. Then let us powder this face down. All right. So in order to hold this color, we're going to use the Wet n Wild Bare Focus Clarifying Finishing Powder in the shade Medium Tan. I have run this out because I like it, and it does very, very well for my skin. It does exactly what I want it to do. All right. So we're powdering down using my Juvia's Place Pyramid Puff to powder her down. With this one, I've learned I don't even prime it in my hand because it gives me exactly what I want without being too much. So I don't really feel like I have to dumb it down to put it on. It's really nice. Wet n Wild actually did very well with this. And I like that photo focus setting powder also. Okay. Now that blush is kind of gone, but it's fine because we're going to put powder blush right on top of it anyway. So it's fine. it's fine. Everything's fine. Now I have something else. I got a highlighter that I've not used, but it's not over here, and I don't know where I stuck it, so it's fine. I'll use it later. It's like a gold highlight, which is fine. But it's from Essence. It's the Essence Soft Touch Highlight. I just don't know where I stuck it. It might be in here actually. Hold on. Might actually be in here. It is. Haha. New product alert. We're gonna use this. This is the Essence Soft Touch Bouncy Glow Highlight. In the shade 30 Glazing Gleam. And if I'm not mistaken, this is a powder. I'm trying to see if this is a powder or if it's a cream highlight. Because I have a liquid highlighter and I have a cream highlighter pencil from another brand, 2 other brands. Let's see. We'll get away with it. I'm gonna add it with my finger. As you can see, it's this little highlight space that I'm putting on right here. Highlight is cute when I do it right on me with like this shade. And I have a pink highlighter also that is cute when I do it right. I don't wear highlighter often, but I have some. And I really like this Essence one. That's nice. That added a nice little, cute little shimmer to the top cheekbone. The top of my cheekbone here. That's cute. I like that. And then you're supposed to add it to the bridge of your nose. Oh, I like that on my nose. That's real cute. Okay, that's real cute. Okay, Essence, I'm glad I bought this. I saw it and I was like, okay, you know what? I like the soft touch bouncy glow stuff. I like that blush. That blush is fantastic. But I was like, okay, I'll buy the highlighter. I don't wear highlighter often, but I'll buy the highlighter. Here we are. So, all right. So, moving right along, we're gonna, for the powder blush, this is the Rare Beauty soft. It's the matte bouncy blush. It is in fact a matte. It is in the shade Happy. I really like this. I have tried it before. I've worn it before, and it was good. It is very subtle and soft. It is not a loud blush at all. As you can see, it's very subtle. I really like Rare Beauty. I have come to appreciate Rare Beauty quite a bit. It is a mid-tier, so it is not a budget. Now, you could get away with buying some. You can get this on sale. Don't sleep on it just because it's mid-tier. Buy it when it's on sale and like let that be your splurge if you're going to go above budget price, because it is fantastic. The formulation is great. The color range is nice. It's very subtle, good makeup. It is not bad makeup at all. The thing is, like you say, like I'm telling you, I deal mostly in budget makeup. This is not gonna be budget. I bought this and because I keep my mid-tier stuff and my high-end stuff off to the side. It is not in my regular like kit. So this trying to see if this is the that's the lip oil. I got this as a free gift when because they were giving this out as a free gift when Rare Beauty launched at Ulta. This is regular price, like $20. This is $25. This was $24, and I got it on sale. I had my husband buy it. It was $24. Listen, fantastic makeup though. It is really good. Oh, this too. This was like, I want to say like $22, maybe $25. This is the what do you call it? The mascara. So Rare Beauty is not cheap. It is not cheap. However, it is good makeup. It is very good makeup, and it is, if you want to go that next step up above drugstore, I would invest in Rare Beauty. This is the luminous powder blush. This bad boy is expensive too. Okay, he 25. So if you're on a budget, and I mean I'm talking about like you got a little bit of money to spend on your makeup, and you don't want to spend an arm and a leg, I would splurge on Rare Beauty and stay with your drugstore. But don't sleep on Rare Beauty just because it's a little bit more expensive than drugstore prices. I'm trying to think. I also have one other thing. Oh, I have the foundation. I have the Rare Beauty foundation, and that foundation was $36, as opposed to the She Glam, which was like, I want to say the She Glam was like 13, maybe 14, but this was the foundation balm, and actually it might have been cheaper than that. It wasn't expensive. It was like $7, $8 maybe. I'm exaggerating if I say like 14. This is pretty good. As you can see, I can do a full face and it looked fine with this. So if you got a little bit of extra cash, you can get you some nice things. You can spend a little bit extra and it won't hurt you. But I understand, listen, this is a splurge. This is a splurge for me. That Rare Beauty, that was a splurge. That was they need to be on sale before I go into Ulta and buy that. Whoo, they need to be on a big sale. And then I got the foundation. I bought it on sale at, I actually only spent $18 for it at Sephora, because Sephora was having the big haul sale. So yeah, that's, we didn't buy full price regular, but all right, now that we have finished our face, let me do my under eye real fast. This is not a new product. This is the Essence 24 Ever Ink Liner. I really like this. This is a nice, very nice eyeliner, liquid eyeliner. I love most Essence products. I have yet to find something from Essence that I did not like. Very, 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 I have not found anything yet. So when Essence comes out with stuff, I might start ordering directly from their website, because like most brands, if they're in a retailer, whatever they have, it's like they want to lure you in, and you be like, oh, I'll go to Sephora or I'll go to Ulta and get this, and they don't necessarily have everything in the store that they have on the website. So Essence has quite a few things on their website that they do not have in Ulta, and I'm like, looks like I'll be perusing your website pretty soon. I prefer buying from a store directly. I like a brick and mortar store. I don't like buying it online. I don't like waiting for it to come. If it is not on Amazon, because I can still trick Amazon into giving me my 2-day Prime shipping, because that does not seem to mean the same thing these days. 2-day Prime used to mean exactly what it said, 2-day Prime. Some days it don't. Sometimes it don't be 2-day Prime. Now my last recent haul was in fact 2-day Prime. So, but that's seems to be getting to be far and few in between. So, all right, now let's talk about the lips. So as y'all can see, face done. And I got a new product. And I really should have grabbed a red, and I didn't. a red lip liner. I didn't. I actually grabbed a gold thinking I was going to do a gold lip. And I'm not, because I have a new product. New product alert. This is the Rimmel Provocalips 16-hour kiss-proof lip color. Now, it's got two parts to it, apparently. I don't know how this is going to work. I've never used it. Brand new product. Rimmel is fast gaining a place in the kit. Really like Rimmel. The things I've gotten from Rimmel have been very good. But this has two parts. One part is your color, the actual like red color. This is in the shade, by the way, 500 Kiss Me You Fool. So one side is your color, and then the other side is to lock it in. So it says lock and shine. So I'm assuming that this is going to be a glossy red. So we'll see. Oh, okay. All right. I was like, wait, how are we doing this? All right, so let's shake her up. All right, so first side is this side with the red. It's a brilliant red. And I also need to line my lips. But like I said, I don't have a red liner over here. All right, I guess in a pinch, I'm reaching into my kit. Mr. Soft Pencil Senior. All right, let me line my lips real fast. Okay. Okay. All right, so let us start with the lip part. All right, so this says step 1, intense color. All right, so I already unscrewed it and I saw it looks like the Sephora lip stain. Okay, so this end we apply. Okay, like any other liquid lipstick. Hmm. Okay. Okay. That's the top lip. All right. All right. Bottom lip. Now, my only thing with Rimmel, I like Rimmel. I do. My only thing with Rimmel lipsticks is that coverage is it's not a full coverage. Sometimes I got to like put it on and I got to keep putting it on. I'm not fond of this lip liner because it is thick. It is a thick black, and I didn't really want a super thick black. Normally, I don't get that with that. So, all right, I can literally feel it drying as I'm sitting here talking. So, all right, now I don't know. It doesn't tell me do I need to wait or do I um like what is the deal? Do I wait or do I do it immediately? I don't know. I don't know. Step 2 is lock and shine. Um, it's drying. I mean, it's like my lips are like sticky. which tells me the um the red is the liquid lipstick part of this is very much uh drying down and settling down into place. So Lock and Shine, let's see what that looks like. What is that, like a gloss? Yes, it's a gloss. Okay. So I wonder, I wonder if I'm supposed to wait and then do it. But yeah, this is gonna be glossy because this looks like Vaseline, which everybody used to do when they wanted to do they wanted to have a lip gloss, but they wanted to wear red lipstick, and there wasn't a red lip gloss at the time. Like, I remember just putting on red lipstick and then slathering on Vaseline to give that shiny look. Okay, so, okay. It's still very sticky, but it's trying to dry down. So, alright, I guess we can put it on now. It's almost dry, but it's also, you see there's red on here. So, okay. Now, I'm almost certain that NYX has done this. NYX has because I keep seeing it whenever I go into Ulta and I go over into the NYX section. I don't know, maybe NYX did it better. But yeah, that's supposed to be like, it reminds me very much of Vaseline. Putting on lipstick and then putting on Vaseline on top of it. I kind of don't want the red all mixed up in there. So we're going to wipe that off. Okay. But as you can see, my lips are very, very shiny. And it feels like putting lip balm on top of lipstick. It's basically what it feels like. Which I do sometimes when I wear pink because I want like a vinyl pink. Like the vinyl ink from Maybelline. But, okay. It's nice. It's pretty nice. It's alright. But, alright. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a completed look. So, let's go ahead and set her. Not a new product, but this is the Tier Mask Fit Waterproof Setting Spray. It is hard fixing. It is a matte. So, but I'm going to have to use Mr. Sweetful with it. So, here goes. Mr. Sweetful. I may order another one of these fans. I like this little fan. It's fantastic for what I do with it, which is dry my face very quickly while I'm putting on makeup. This does fantastic. So, charges a full charge, lasts like forever. So this was like a really good $9 spent on Amazon. I did in fact get makeup on my shorts. It's fine. Okay. My chin actually needs to dry a little bit. So coming up, like I say, we are winding down our buying and trying and our beauty hauls. because I'm almost at my goal for diamond for 2027, the end through the end of 2027. Um, and I'm almost at the end, and I have things that I'm waiting to buy. So I've been kind of putting off buying stuff. I did attempt to go um, to another Avon store, but we got out there in Camden and they were closed. So um, I'm like, I don't know why y'all were closed, but I'm not driving back out here. So I'm not driving all the way back out here unless I really absolutely want to, and I know for a fact that you're open, because I'm not that it was like a 30-minute drive. I had to get on I-20 east toward Florence to go to Camden, um and that was like at least a 30-minute drive. I mean, it wasn't a terrible drive, but it was like, bro, I would have really liked to have known that you were closed and your hours were not correct before I came down here. So yeah. But yeah, we did attempt to go to another Avon store, so I might just order it online and be done with it, or go back, because like I say, I know the one out in St. Andrews is open. I've been to that one, and like actually shopped at it, so I know what the hours are now. So thinking about maybe going back out there, but they are not open on Saturdays and Sundays, so I would have to go during the week. I mean, today would have been perfect, actually, because I'm off from work today. So I'm just adding my earrings. These are my yellow. I got these at the Punk Flea Market, Southeast Punk Flea Market. I wore these the other day. These are the shit show earrings. It's one ticket. Admit one to the shit show. I know that's like moving around, but that's a shit show. So I love these earrings though. They are nice. But yes. So I don't know. We're gonna be slowing it down. Especially once we hit the goal because like I said, I'm probably not gonna buy any makeup. Like, and I'm talking about like hard buy makeup until June. I'm expecting that my husband will probably give me a gift card for Ulta or Sephora or both, or Amazon. And y'all know I've had a lot of makeup off of Amazon, so we'll see. I'm probably, like I say, my birthday's in June, so that's next month. About a month from now, so we'll see what the birthday haul looks like, and see if I can get some stuff. Because I would like to get some things. But there are, like I say, I'm waiting for them to be available in Ulta. So we'll see. So I want to thank you for watching. Complete look is finished. This is not bad. I actually really like it, and I think the eyes turned out really well. The mascara is pretty nice. Eyes look really nice. This lipstick the jury's out on this lipstick. Also, they talking about kiss proof. I don't know how you're gonna be kiss proof with this liquid on. So I assume with that gloss on top of it, I assume what I have to do is wait for the red to dry and then put this gloss on top of it, because that's the only way I could see how this would be kiss proof. Because I'm almost certain that this is not kiss proof. Like, I feel like I'm gonna get red somewhere if I kiss it. So so I'm pretty sure, yeah, we gotta wait for the red to dry and then put that gloss balm on top of it. It's not really necessary. You can achieve this with something else, like the Maybelline vinyl ink, super vinyl ink. I have a red shiny one in that. If I really wanted to wear a red shiny, I would just wear that. And their reds are not, Rimmel's lipstick is not full coverage like I would expect it to be. Matter of fact, let's do a little test real fast because I'm gonna see what happens when I put it on this cloth. Okay, well, shut my mouth. It is not, in fact, it did not, in fact, come off. Um, I got a hint of it, but nothing massive, huh? Okay, well, shut my mouth. Well, maybe Rimmel wasn't lying. Now, when I did that, it took some of that the gloss off, but it's still shiny. Y'all see, it's still shiny. So, okay, I'm gonna have to play around with that a little bit, do a little bit of research, see what that's talking about. But all right, all right. I was not prepared for that, but all right. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching. Come back in and watch more of my videos later. We have ongoing series. We have content regularly produced, regularly uploaded. Matter of fact, I'm going to edit this, put it in production, and I have a couple other videos that are ready to go into production as well. So I hope to get this uploaded very shortly. And like, share, and subscribe. Cut on the bells and notifications. Turn on your whistles so that when I put something up, I upload things, and I talk about more makeup, you know when I'm doing it. So I want to thank you for watching. Come back in and watch me later. Peace.